Good morning here from the Penn State Campus Weather Service. I'm your student meteorologist, Devin Boyer, here with your forecast for Monday, April 23rd, 2012. We've got a very busy day in the weather department as we look outside. As we look at our live Titan radar, you can see the mess of a storm that we have that's actually a nor'easter here in late April. It seems very unusual to be saying that here, and especially when you look at all the snowfall appearing on our radar here across much of the Commonwealth. And in fact, as we zoom it in to central Pennsylvania here, and specifically Center County, you'll see that we started out a couple hours ago with a little bit of a gap in the precipitation, and then we changed over to rain. But as of a couple minutes ago, we had changed over to snow here in the State College area, and that'll be a trend throughout the day. We'll continue to switch back and forth between the rain and the snow depending on temperatures and things like that. As we look at southwestern Pennsylvania, though, you can see this wide swath of heavy snowfall that's been falling throughout the night here, and that's given way to some already hefty accumulation across some of the higher ridges. You can also see it starting to fill in here back a little bit further into the western extent of the Laurel Highlands. But if you look off to the west just a little bit as you get into the suburbs of Pittsburgh here, it's falling as all rain, and that's going to significantly decrease their accumulations for snowfall. We'll get your details on that in just a minute. But first, before we get there, we did want to share with you this snowfall report we received this morning about an hour ago from Latrobe in Westmoreland County, PA. The viewer there said that they had about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of snow already on the ground. And in fact, many schools across the Laurel Highlands are closed today in late April. So certainly an unusual situation here. And as a result of that unusual situation, you see the National Weather Service has issued a variety of winter weather alerts. If you're outlined in a purple county here, you are under a winter weather advisory. That means you're likely to see winter precipitation, but not as much as the counties here highlighted or filled in the purple or pink color here. That indicates a winter storm warning in effect through Tuesday morning, and that means that you're likely to see the most significant accumulations of snowfall as we go throughout the next 24 hours or so. Let's take a look at temperatures across the state. Temperatures are really what's going to be driving this system here and really determine what sort of precipitation type you see. You see right here in State College right now we have 34 degrees. That's going to be cold enough for snow here even in April. 34 again down in Altoona, and 30 in Johnstown. That's certainly cold enough for snow. That's below freezing. As we look out at Pittsburgh, though, you're sitting at 39 at this hour. That's not cold enough for snow there. That's why they're seeing the rain there at this hour, and that'll continue to keep the snow out of their picture for the next couple hours or so. Now, another important detail of this storm, it's such a strong low pressure system that we're seeing rather significant winds from it. You see we have a 12-mile-per-hour wind speed reported in Harrisburg, 9 up here in State College. We're looking at 16-mile-per-hour winds out in Johnstown, and that seems to be the trend across western Pennsylvania, 15 out in Pittsburgh, and 22-mile-per-hour sustained winds up in Erie already at this hour. So let's take a look at our eye on the sky model here. You can see this looks pretty similar to what we saw on our radar with the heavy swath of snow across the highest mountains and a mix in other parts of the western part of the state here. You see as we go throughout the day that precipitation sticks around pretty much all day here. It starts to taper off just a slight amount as we head into the overnight hours here. You can see the highest amounts of snowfall, though, are again in the Laurel Highlands and the northwest part of the state. As we go throughout the overnight hours, it starts to clear up just a bit. And as we go throughout the day on Tuesday, we will see the chance for just some scattered rain and snow showers. So as we look at our snowfall forecast for western Pennsylvania here, you'll see here in State College, we're expecting about 1 to 2 inches. And that'll be true up here in Williamsport as well as with our friends down near Huntington. But as you go into the mountains of the Laurel Highlands and the northern Alleghenies here, we're looking at 6 to 8 inches of snowfall. And in fact, some of the very highest ridges and back in the snow belt here of northwestern Pennsylvania could see snowfall totals reaching over 10 inches. But again, if you're out in the Pittsburgh metro area where it will stay warmer a bit later, we're expecting about 1 to 3 inches. You'll see some snow, but it won't be anything like what we're seeing in the mountains here. But let's take a look at your forecast here for the Center County region. For today, we're expecting a high near 37 degrees. It'll be a cold day and a blustery one. Look at our winds out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour, so you'll certainly want to bundle up for our rain and snow mix as we go throughout the day. As we look ahead to tonight, We're expecting a low not to drop off too much, only about 33 degrees or so, with mainly snow showers and winds again out of the west at about 12 to 15 miles per hour. As we look ahead till tomorrow, we're looking at 46 degrees for our high, so a little milder with snow transitioning over to rain and winds again strong out of the west at about 15 miles per hour. So let's take a look at your 5-day forecast here. Again, you can see the storm in place for Monday and ending during the day on Tuesday. Wednesday will warm up and just be cloudy with a shower or two with a high near 54. Thursday, we could see a few peaks of sun with mostly cloudy skies. A shower will pass through late and a high near 56 degrees. And finally, looking ahead to Friday, we drop off a couple degrees in temperature with a high near 52, but we should stay dry on Friday with a mix of clouds and sun. We thank you for joining us here at the Penn State Campus Weather Service and invite you to stay tuned as we track this bizarre April storm.